Creation, a world on the brink. In the age of sorrows, dangers abound, and cataclysms loom on the horizon. But it is not without heroes. The exalted, those chosen and empowered by the mightiest of the gods, are all around the world. They have, and can, pull it back from the precipice of oblivion. That is when they aren't too busy fighting each other. Now, Chills as Aura.
But steel's heavier than feathers!
Korak as Lythander.
I know you told me to think of an intro quote, but I thought that was pretty blasé. I'm only 2.5 hours to metaphorically Fantasio. Relate.
Alatos as Gavel.
If you can dodge the legions of hell itself, you can dodge a ball.
That's not true.
Gimmerex as everyone else. Ballin', you're all ballin', swag woman, I'm Lord of the Rings. I'm Earl of Whiterun, holler if you need me. Must band together and save creation. And save the dreaming sea, and perhaps all of creation, from the greatest threat creation has ever known, the Unsantamani. All this and more on FateBreakers.
I'm gonna be honest, if I remembered that you were going to be taking us into the football game, I probably would have thought of a different intro quote. But regardless, we're still here, and hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of FateBreakers.
I'm here post-surgery with several holes in my abdomen.
Last time, from what I recall, we had a lot of engaged in a lot of discussions with our opposition, with Adrian, and their plans to assassinate. What's his name? Yolda. Yes,
Yolda.
And additionally, Korak, the crew finally met with Raksi, the Queen of Fangs, I believe you called her.
Yeah, one of the oldest and most powerful lunars in creation.
Mm-hmm.
She had a variety of tests to run people through to get her jollies off. I mean, prove that you are worthy of her assistance in a quest. Yeah, that's it. Including finally finding someone who to out bullshit Lythander with her own bullshit. She was going to give the next episode recap, but I can't do her voice right now. I'm recovering from surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk. I can't chew the scenery. Adrian is very desperate to kill Yolda because he is responsible. Yes, thank you. Has a plan to work alongside Ball to reshape whatever soul comes next from the wreckage into something less destructive. He is willfully ignorant of a lot of the collateral damage, I think, as Aura pointed out in that conversation. Nevertheless, he and his hard light monkey have progressed forward and will be participating in the Malfean football tournament at the Ruvelia Memorial Football Stadium.
He also wants to claim the Hammer of the Yozi title that Gavel seems to have placed upon herself.
True, yeah. I would say probably a good half the Infernals here have various blank of the Yozi titles.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's going to be real awkward when you have to go face the foot of the Yozi. He's played by Quentin Tarantino. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Oh, right. Sky Sundering Shadow finally stopped lurking behind the shadows and revealed that, hey, she's actually still a third circle necromancer. She could delete entire armies at will. That's going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Especially given that there is no team size limit in Malfean football. It is a reskinned war venture. A little bit.
Goodness.
I mean, hey,
Hold on.
least...
At least I'm good with war.
Yeah.
And at least she added a custom mode to not automatically mulch everything that falls into her giant big black
it's
hole.
also one of those where it's not like we have an army or anything to worry about on our side, right?
Difficulty 10 check to give everyone a motivational speech after they saw her crush thousands of demons with one flick of her wrist.
Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, boy.
What'd you find? What did you find, my friend?
God damn it, that guy, it's not the original image. Fuck. Hold on. I know I can find it. You just keep chewing the scenery while you... Anyway, yeah. Very much looking forward to it. I think we have the capacity to call upon the team of the strongest people we know. I just think of this.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness. What is
100%.
I really wish I could find the original image because
That is really good.
Because I want to
My
to read
goodness.
what John Madden is saying.
Yeah, it's a bit too bit crushed, but that would be absolutely fascinating.
And just see Brett Favre crying.
Say where the wind blows.
It's so...
Anyway, this shows up in your
Bob
locker
is
rooms
clearly
at
off
the
his
very end
game
of Gavel's
today.
speech.
After 19 years of watching him play, I've never seen such low performance. If he keeps this up, this may as well be his last year in the NFL.
Thank you, Corey.
This shows up in the massive Ashen One locker
Viking
room.
0,
Oh,
Sans
great.
56. The first
That's a
with down to
eyeball.
Everyone slowly turns around to notice a gigantic flaming eye
Mhm.
at the very corner of the room, about the size of a man, in the like pinned up against the wall in the ceiling, just watching, blinking, staring.
Oh my
Excellent.
goodness.
Excellent.
Gavel's going... Or actually, who is all in this immediate area?
Everyone.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Excellent. I'm gonna figure out... Why is this eye here? What do you need me
You
to
could tap your
roll?
unwoven coagitator to succeed automatically if you want.
Actually, yes. Might as well. Unwoven coagitator. Why is this eye just randomly in the middle of this locker room?
This eye is Sophia, third circle demon.
Oh, great.
It is the ball you will be using in this game.
Oh!
Or rather, you will be using all of her second circle souls as the ball.
Huh. Well then. Nifty little ball. Gavel's going to pick it up.
One of the second circles falls out of the pupil. It is, in fact, a slightly smaller fiery eyeball, but the fire changes every time you blink in terms of coloration. It is ever shifting like a piece of driftwood flame.
Huh. That's neat.
It also is cold to the touch instead of hot.
Hmm.
Like holding it too long would risk exposure to an environmental hazard with your hands.
Gavel's gonna hand it over to Lythander.
It's cold. Hey, is that eye soccer ball giving you bedroom eyes, Lythander? No, that has to just be your imagination.
How big is
Right?
this? How big is this thing?
The size of a soccer ball.
Cold to the touch. All right, I'm gonna try doing. I'm gonna try dribbling it.
Okay. Give me a finesse plus athletics roll.
All right. Oh, that's 6 successes.
You did some sick dribbling shit.
Mm-hmm.
For its supernatural eccentricities, and despite still being a second circle demon, this is still appearing to serve as a pretty decent soccer ball. Or football, rather.
Yeah. Seems to be pretty normal. I don't know about you. Just,
Harder.
Oh no.
Harder, mommy.
And okay, I stand corrected. Alright, who put you here?
Slowly turns up to the giant third circle demon eyeball still staring in the corner of the room.
Alright. Well, Well, I'm an honest. I'm a little bit at a loss for words. I don't know what to make of this weird ball. The weird sentient ball.
It's what we're going to be using as the ball for the game.
Oh. That's unfortunate. I don't like that the ball likes being kicked. I find that to be highly discomforting.
Some of that Malfeas charm, as always.
Suppose so. I guess that's why the audio for the games was always so loud. They didn't want to hear the thing. They didn't want to let you hear the thing just hollering.
Oh, speaking of which, some of the Ashen ones approach everyone with what appears to be a little sketch of the field itself. Bosses, we don't know if this is regulation down here, but you're going to need to see this. There are obstacles on the field.
Oh.
Looks a little something like this.
Oh, hold on. Let's take a look at this GIF.
Or perhaps like this.
What? No way.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my goodness.
It's pinball!
3D Pinball Space Cadet.
Yo!
Baby.
I used to play this shit all the time back in my dad's old, like, Macintosh computer.
I
played this at some point, too, I think.
Used to play this on my parents' old Windows. It was either 97 or
Except flip
Vista.
to mirror both sides of the field, naturally.
Right.
Oh, yay! Oh, God.
That is insane.
Yeah,
oh, boy.
Yeah, it's like, essentially, you built a field out of, like, two
arcade cabinets.
Yeah, just you put two of these side by side from the butts facing each other, and then you just cut a big hole in the middle, like right at the edge, so you could keep both teams around.
For some reason, I always thought this game was already pre-installed on computers.
I know, same.
This is just like.
I was about to pull it up and start playing.
This is like the famous Travis Strikes Again level Death Marathon.
Oh my god, that's probably what it was based on.
Oh, goodness.
It takes one look at this. Gavel, is this normal?
Ish, sometimes.
No.
I guess for an event like this, it's only natural that they would go more all out on the excitement factors.
They even have a ramp. I've never seen something like this in my life.
Wait a second, and Nue explicitly points out what looks like what I can only describe as a Legends of the Hidden Temple gauntlet at the very corner of the field, and at the very end of it is something you see in the old realm for multiple balls. Or multi-ball, if you will.
They got multi-ball on this thing. Oh, God.
Yeah, thank you for voicing the ball, Korak.
Oh, good. Just when I thought I couldn't handle one of these things enjoying it, I gotta handle 5. Perhaps I should use perhaps I should have made a better choice of words than handle. But regardless.
Hey, can I kick this thing? Spider asks.
You won't like it. But sure.
Let's have Spider make a physique check to see how hard he can kick this soccer ball with an excellency.
Hey, 7
successes.
7 successes. Very nice.
Okay.
Yes. It was difficulty 3.
There we go. Wow.
Hey, guess what's in the pathway of this soccer ball?
What?
The orphanage.
Nice.
Here we go.
We have a very cartoon shot of the ball sailing through several dozen walls as it screams, "Whee!" and then cries of pain and fear from the orphanage.
Okay. Note to self. Spider doing anything innocuous is dangerous to all people within the current vicinity.
Oh, and I didn't know it was going to head that way.
You kicked it.
He attempts to do the cute batting of eyes things at you. He has no riz. He can't do that very well. It looks very creepy.
Oh.
So who's the goalie?
Oh God. What are we gonna be?
Wales!
What are we? That's actually a good idea. Actually, Nui could be the goalie. She could be any size we need.
Or Jeffrey could be the goalie, she says, raising an eyebrow.
Jeffrey is eligible to play?
I was gonna say.
Why not? I'm eligible to play, says a new voice also in the corner of the room who just showed up there.
Isn't
Oh,
Jeffrey
lovely.
about the size of Malfeas here?
No.
Not quite.
Jeffrey is a legendary size. Malfeas is the size of a Dyson spear.
Oh.
Now, who's
Corner
the
of the room
mysterious
slithered in a
person?
little snake with wings.
A little snake with wings.
A fragment of Seabree, the rampart of serpents.
Oh, goodness, hold on.
You're new.
Not quite. I mentioned her briefly in the last session, as
Oh.
she is a third circle demon that is a miles-long wall of snakes in her full form. She was mentioned previously as being the goalie for one of the enemy teams. I did not specify which yet.
Ah, you see, she's going to be our goal.
Nope.
She just came here to taunt.
How do you spell Seabree?
Sibri. The rampart of serpents is her sobriquet. She can infect people with poison that has no wearing off effect. It has infinite duration. She also loves doing social work and helping vulnerable communities in need.
Oh. I
Hmm.
wonder how... Interesting. I wonder if I can get antidote from it by killing the snakes that inflict it.
You say that out loud.
No.
Okay. Snake comes in, does the typical...
you didn't say it out loud either, so I just...
It's fair, yeah. Alright, the snake comes up, tasting the air a little bit, looks up at Gavel. So I take it you are the captain?
I am, yes.
Be honest, how far do you think you're going to go in this?
Oh, I plan to win, naturally.
And what would you sacrifice to win?
More than you would think, less than you'd expect.
Is that a
halfway then, got it.
A reference to the hit indie thriller movie, The Menu?
What?
Oh,
Huh?
one of the I just watched the movie The Menu, and that was one of the things of where somebody was complaining about the food, and the sous chef said, "You will eat less than you desire, but more than you deserve."
Huh.
Right, I also came in order to see who your equivalent is here. Jabs at Nue. You, I would take it? I guess, maybe, unless someone else wants to be a goalie more than me.
Wait.
No,
Wait.
playing in this,
So,
You're not?
wall of... Okay, so now we know. Wall of snakes, acceptable goalie. Maybe we could just slot Jeffrey in the goal and see if he makes a good use of it.
If we're able to, I don't see why not.
Thanks for the ideas.
There are no rules. There are no rules saying a behemoth cannot play football.
Thanks for the thought, Seabree.
This may or may not be an Airbud situation, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, I also came to warn you that I do prefer fair play more often than not, perhaps surprising to some of you, given I descend from the Ebon Dragon, but there is no better opposition than to oppose the self, and to those ends I will In the interest of fair play, note there will be attempts at sabotage.
Hmm. How generous?
Generous enough to be giving all of your opponents the same warning, naturally.
Hmm.
Of course, I'd expect no special treatment just for us.
Unless you're able to give me special treatment, in which case perhaps I could return in kind.
I'm not into that, but...
Oh, no, not in the... I'm not like that freak, the snake says, pointing at the ball currently, covered by a sensor bar via the camera lines.
Oh no.
I meant in purely a platonic manner.
Either way, I can't help you.
Not even if it were to, say... bring me Iolda's heart so I could consume him and take his office?
And why do you want this office exactly?
Well, he's going to be the halftime show, is he not? And I'm understanding there will be no less than 6 assassination attempts on him in the matter of such.
Then what do you get out of being in the new office? What are your plans exactly?
A better parking space, for one.
You have a parking space?
We cut to an enormous pile of chariots, each one individually having a snake inside of it.
Oh my goodness sake.
Full on the Simpsons style bullshit.
Yep.
Oh, you see something new every day, I guess.
The mileage on horsepower is quite difficult when the environment of the city keeps changing underneath you. But that is actually what I seek to pass through taking his chair. You are aware that the city of Malfean moves constantly as the king of demons forever seeks to forsake bonds he cannot escape. And in doing
Indeed.
so, he ends up crushing thousands every day. Through Ligier's wisdom, there is a constitution to ensure that the other unquestionables have stake in matters of the governing of the demon city to some of an extent. I plan to establish a chain of shelters throughout the city using Iolda's authority that he does nothing with, against city movements such as these. Essentially, she wants to make the shelters from Ava that everyone hides in during the angel attacks.
Ah.
This sounds
That
pretty
is
good.
what I would get out of this. And in return, I would, provided you would assist me with stealing his seat of authority, I would be inclined to owe a favor, of which I'm sure people of your skill set and gifts would be able to make use of however you see fit.
To how far of the extent would this favor hold? What are the limitations of said favor is what I'm basically asking.
Well, I would not raise a limb against any of my other fellows save Iolda.
Reasonable, I suppose. And that's it?
That's it.
And all you want is our help with Iolda.
Should the opportunity come when he loses his seat of office via fatally or non-such, relinquish it to me. You will have ample time to think on the matter.
Yes, and I will
He is
do
not until the
as
halftime
such.
show, after all.
Indeed.
Oh, if you go outside now, you can see the first match. You aren't until later in the bracket, fear not, you won't be missing anything. Here, you have a box seat.
Yeah, sure. Gavel will go and see how the first match is going, at least.
All right. Up on the first match, well, there's only 2 people on that field amidst an entire army of demons. They're both pictures Chills has drawn recently.
Oh, goodness. Oh, wait, is this... Hold on.
Adrian.
I may have seen these.
Adrian and, what's his name? Ouroboros.
There it
And
is.
Ouroboros.
Yep. This is the first time you've seen Ouroboros in person, even from a distance.
Ah.
Let me go ahead and pick them up in case you have forgotten them.
I remember... I forget which design I was super hype over. Yes, it was... It was, oh goodness, Wheel Turner, that's right.
Yeah, Adrian Wheel Turner.
Oh my
The four-armed
goodness.
Bugman.
Mm-hmm. Ouroboros also looks so sick.
Yeah.
They turn and nod to each other. And then a few other people do show up onto the field, in between them squaring off against an army of demons. The first is the Chilakin familiar that Adrian has. The monkey that can create light. It begins to glow.
Ooh.
Brighter and brighter. Adrian lays a hand on its shoulder and then enters the monkey.
Good.
As he uses, you know that charm Aura uses in order to make the hard light armor?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He is using a very weird custom variant of that to merge with his familiar.
Oh my god.
Oh, goodness.
Hanuman!
They grow, basically, yeah. They grow and expand, and now they are a much taller, enormous size fella with even more arms. 6 arms now.
Oh my god.
And now, with a sweep of his hand, all of the environmental targets and gadgets and widgets to the field fire all at once.
Oh, goodness.
All of them targeting the enemy fleet. Via solar level sabotage, via bureau breaking method. And that's when the Ouroboros kicks in. Behind them, you see a figure that's about a few buildings tall. Or at least it seems that way as such, with the weird light show and interplay of shadows that their partner is causing. And it sinks into their body. And then their body sinks into the floor. And then the entire field turns pitch black. All of it.
Huh.
The crowd starts booing because now they can't see fucking anything. And by the way, this is doing something no one has seen before. It is drowning out someone's anima banner.
Oh.
That's very
Normally, the light of an exalted soul is able to pierce any darkness. Not this one.
Oh dear.
magical dark.
Advanced darkness!
Yes, precisely. All you know is that you see the score ticker for Ouroboros and Adrian's team ticking up multiple times. And there is booing from the crowds because they can't see any of this shit. Eventually, the timer runs out, and surprisingly, all the other demons are alive. But that's when they run into the sidelines and start attacking. It's not at random, that's the odd thing. They seem to be marching towards specific seats to air grievances out with others, shall we say. Difficulty 7 awareness rolls that will need to be enhanced via some supernatural hearing if you want to find out what just happened.
Let's see. Do I have any charms that would help with that? Let me go to charms first.
Yue recently picked up enhanced senses hearing, so she can make a roll with double 9s to see if she could get anything from this.
Oh, by the way, I guess I could try to. Well, I don't know if this will work, but what did it called? Ugh, all of my charms. Unconquered Sun's Sight. No, that doesn't work because it's all just.
No, I only rolled 4 successes, and the double nines doesn't help when you only roll 8. So
For the scene.
Question.
Uh-huh.
With Spirit Cutting Glance with the mode Wayward Divinity Oversight, do these demons have lower essence than me?
The demons do, but demons are always material by default in Malfeas. So.
True. The only thing okay then.
One thing I will give you is that Ouroboros' shadow is equal to or higher than your essence. So that is something that falls outside of your capabilities for seeing without mote purpose.
I'm going to go ahead and try out for an awareness roll.
Like, this thing just blanked out an entire Olympic football field. Hell, bigger than that. This is... This arena is a whole goddamn zip code in and of itself. It blanked an entire fucking zip code. This shadow ain't nothing to fuck with.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no, I don't have anything that I could do, at least.
7 successes, goddamn. Solos
wow.
win ties.
Indeed. Ooh, I didn't realize it was difficulty 7 before I rolled.
You're not able to see anything. You realize immediately this is perfect darkness. This is the darkness of a slain incarnate, Nibiru himself. This is something you're going to need dedicated magical spells or techniques in order to pierce through and make hide or hair of what the fuck just happened in there. But you heard some of what the shadow said. He was telekinetically, or the shadow was telekinetically speaking to every single demon individually and having an individual one-on-one conversation with each one.
Oh no.
It was splitting its attention thousands of different ways, all at the same fucking time. And in doing so, was convincing each and every one of them to take out their grievances with those who have wronged them in order to improve their own lives and basically make hell better. And you've noticed at the same time as these conversations were happening, all of their stomachs were starting to growl, even if they didn't have stomachs before. Whatever's causing the plague of people in hell needing stuff they didn't need before, you could definitively pin that on the Ouroboros.
Yep.
It was a little obvious, but this is actual confirmation of that. In any case, they win their match with a runaway success of like over a dozen goals in the lead. 2 people against an army. Or rather, hey, you're reasonably sure they have some way of conjuring shadow clones from all the dark footfalls you heard, Aura. You heard a bunch of other people running around in that darkness. So even in their attempts to conceal a bunch of their magical tricks from all their rivals, you found a bit of information you could use against them, hopefully. That darkness stays for a solid half hour after the match ends, causing delays. The crowd is not happy about this. They were denied a really sick opening game. There are riots already.
How dare you deny us our entertainment?
Oh yeah, all the bread and circus types are real fucking pissed.
They didn't pay 2 gold just to watch empty darkness. They could have done that at their own homes, in the corners, like everyone else does.
One other detail. Aura, during that fight, you picked up... You've seen Lythander build will and activate necromantic power more than enough to recognize when some of the syllables that he uses were being spoken in the crowd amidst the same time. The Ouroboros is a sorcerer.
All
A
right.
second circle sorcerer.
Target identified.
Enemy wizard found. Hey, why are those clouds gathering? You've never seen weather in Malfeas.
Oh, good lord. Every day is something new.
Is that the Jin Reaper?
Oh, brother. Do I know what these... Have I seen these types of clouds before?
Well, they appear to be pitch black storm clouds.
Pitch black storm clouds, huh? Alright, I'm gonna roll, I'm gonna try to roll something to, identify, if I know what those are.
Go with navigate.
Alright.
Because that's where that ate survival. Yeah, fortitude in this instance.
Oh, okay. That's, 8 successes.
Hey, yeah, that's absolutely magic.
Alright.
More than that, this is not the Reign of Doom spell that you've seen Sky Sundering Shadow use. It is not a kill everything. However, this is definitely magically powered weather. That much you could definitely tell for free. And perhaps more importantly, this is drugged weather.
Hey, yo.
You could smell a acrid chemical smell on the air that definitely wasn't there earlier. In the same way that you could smell rain precipitating sometimes on clear enough days, you smell that this is magically powered acid rain filled with psychotropics.
Oh.
Alright, if you want to keep your wits about you, find cover.
I'm also
There's going to be
very
some
curious. I have
time
no
before
idea
this.
where Lythander is during all this, because I remember talking to Raksi and that basically being the end.
Okay.
We're basically gonna be
well, there's been a bit of a scene cut of getting ready in the locker room for the rest of the footballs.
Alright.
Because I would just say that I'm not good enough at sports, so you could just not have me on the team, and it would be better.
Okay. In that case, you'll be involved with the social intrigue stuff then.
You mean the thing
For
that my
once you get to
character
do all
is
the
good
social-
for?
I've got...
Yep.
For once,
Yeah.
I've got
for
an
once you get to
interesting
do all
idea.
the social intrigue stuff.
I've got an idea. I have influence 4, so I'm gonna try to use some of that to because we're in considering we're in Malfeas, home of some of the demons we have been hiring, we have been summoning and hiring so far. I think I have an idea of what to I have an interesting idea of what to do to give us an edge in the midst of all of these big cheaters. Of these big cheats going on. I'm going to attempt to moneyball my way to having the perfect team. To build
It sounds like you use a bureau-breaking method to me.
Sort of. It's almost like an opposite version of a bureau-breaking method where I'm just like, I'm going to try to use my connections to hire the best possible like group of demons that we know. So like everybody that we've attempted to use so far, I'm gonna be hiring people, the demons that haven't met us and try to put in a good word from us. Introduce them to Gavel. Try to build in some good relations. Hire the ones we have semi-friendly relations with, which is not a lot of them. I'm even going to try and perform a separate venture to tell Yolda about Adrian's plan and have him play on our team.
All right, that sounds like a court intrigue / grassroots movement with 3 obstacles.
Oh, goodness.
Common ability roles include embassy or presence. First goal, active opposition or sabotage. Hey, good luck gathering all this shit when there's a football riot actively happening right now. Like fall on FIFA, people are tearing shit over because the fucking matches got blocked from air. No one can fucking see what's going on.
Oh, boy.
An opposed roll opposing Ouroboros' dice pool, I believe.
All right. And I'm going to roll this and then utilize my...
They didn't do great. That's just 6 successes on 15 dice.
Now,
I will stand the chance.
Now, I will say, this is a crowd of demons, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a whole stadium full of demons of every stripe and shade.
Esteemed guest, when the eclipse negotiates with demons, fair folk, spirits, or the dead, they must welcome the eclipse and an entourage and present with human hospitality. So I'm gonna try and leverage my my eclipse powers to put them all in a charitable mood, and I'm going
A stunt.
And then I'm going to use to bring in I'm going to bring in their dissatisfaction with the current situation as a boon for my venture by trying to build on their desire to see a good game, promising that I'll do what I can to combat to guarantee that they get an entertaining show by telling them about some of the star players that I plan to include.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll. I believe. What did you say this was embassy?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be 13 plus.
And you get a stunt from leveraging your cast like that.
Yeah. Whoa!
Holy shit!
Wow. Oh my goodness sakes!
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 successes.
Goodness.
You blow that 6 out of the water with 7 overflow. Goddamn.
Good lord. Good lord.
How does Aura get everyone's attention during a football riot?
Classic.
Free beer!
Well, that's the perfect answer to that question. Now that everyone needs beer, turning their own powers against them.
Yeah.
As somewhere in the background we see Ouroboros' face curl and their double mouths kind of twitch as they realize, oh wait, someone's feeding them something they like. I didn't consider that.
Golden Hawk branded beer.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Made in-house.
You're doing the Cerveza Crystal commercial on them right now.
Cerveza Cristal.
Cristal.
I'm gonna it's a little painful to talk, not enough to interrupt the session, but I will just post the common advantages thing. Excuse formatting errors. So you could pick where to spend those 7 successes.
Ooh, okay. So we got common advantages. Someone owes you a significant favor or debt. That's 3 successes, maximum 1 per indebted character. Increase the difficulty of rolls that oppose yours by 1 for the rest of this venture. 2 successes maximum plus 3 difficulty per opponent. Gain temporary tertiary contacts with an appropriate group or increase tertiary contacts to secondary as a benefit that lasts for the session. 2 successes.
Okay.
And we have 7 successes to work with.
Okay.
So lots of things we can think about here.
I just realized what I'm going to be doing with Lythander and his side scenes, but keep going.
Let's see. I mean, we could just out the gate.
We can pick each of these options once, by the way.
Yeah. So let's for sure get the someone owes us a significant favor or debt.
That can be Eolda.
Yep.
Yeah.
At 10,000%. So we have 4 overflow successes left. I don't suppose that we could do the tertiary contact and then use another 2 to make those secondary.
Well,
I think you could do that, yeah.
we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
We want to do that? Secondary contacts?
I mean, I assume we're also going to be rolling additional times against our opponents. And
there are 2 more steps in this venture.
Yeah, and then
and
it would be good to like increase the number of times that we can get advantages by lowering their rolls and increasing our overflow in proportion.
Okay.
One idea I had was, the initial idea I had was one of each, but it could just as easily do a significant favor or debt, and then 2 increased difficulty or 2 temporary tertiary contact.
I think we should do. We could do 2 difficulty.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lythander,
Are
you still hanging out?
That's what we got. We're going for 1.
Let's intersperse this venture with the other venture that's going to be happening.
Sounds good.
Lythander, are you still hanging out with Raksi?
Yes,
Did you take her up on her offer to learn sorcery from her, I wonder?
I did.
Okay. We'll open with some of that then, as she sits you down, and because A, I'm injured, and B, this is her dropping character a little bit, she's going to be a little bit more subdued than she was earlier. In that picture I posted of her, she is holding a very particular book that she pulls out from elsewhere and drops in front of you. This is a fucking massive tome, I should note. This is like thousands of pages long, and it actively contains more pages than should ever exist in any one book.
So you see, Archive Mind Mentality is going to go bonkers because all I have to do is see the page once.
She is resting her hands on the book before you can touch it. This is the Book of 3 Circles. The most well-researched, comprehensive tome of sorcery ever written. You may look at one page.
Is that...
And the table of contents.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, like, how would I know what to look at if I don't, or what one page? Do I just open it up and pray it's something useful?
The mere act of witnessing the book has consequences that will make themselves apparent to you in the expanses of your mind.
Oh, don't worry, my mind's like a steel trap. Nothing ever leaves it.
Then she plunges her hand into the mirrored surface of the pool underneath it and brings out a second book. Opening, gesturing its pages, it's completely blank. And this is what I require from you because I do not teach for free. You will teach me necromancy as I teach you sorcery.
How about I teach you sidereal martial arts?
What use do I have for those party tricks?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe sell it because it's one of the most secretive martial arts out there?
Fortunately, for all of the gifts that Luna does give us, there are precious few among our kind that seek the other path to power as sorcery comes more naturally to us.
Alrighty, so what do you want to know about necromancy? I know this isn't Lythander's true voice, but I'm not feeling that well either.
That's fair. This isn't the actual scene of the venture. This is to establish that you are looking at the big book and she is getting a second big book. If you allow for that, Lythander.
I am going to bargain page for page.
Alright, give me a presence roll against Raksi for that.
Alright, so, presents. Do I have any presents? I don't think I do. So let's see how this is gonna work.
This would count as bargaining under your cast effects, though.
Okay. So you said...
Depending on how big your anima is.
My anima was maxed last time?
I think it was, but it was probably at least 2.
I used a lot of shapeshifting last time.
That's fair, yeah. Alright, go ahead and put those bonus successes into effect here, then.
Alright,
Force, let's say.
Oh, I was going to use Fortitude.
That also works.
So this would be 3 bonus successes because I am Essence 3.
Your essence 4.
Oh, so 8 successes.
Sir boosted resolve of 7. Impressive.
Nice.
Which is important because defenders win ties unless you're solars.
Yeah.
Fun fact about those tattoos that you bear. Who do you think invented them?
Would I know that?
Me. It was me.
Oh, you were the one to do it, Roxy? I thought it was Luna.
You flatter me, but no. Luna granted us power. I merely developed tools with which to channel them more effectively. I see that you're using some of my own tricks against me. And you know what? It's working.
Well,
She is making Vegeta faces as this conversation is going naturally.
that is very fair. But I say page for page, index for index. Wipe this clean, if you will.
Then let us start with how to bind ghosts.
Alrighty.
There is a scene transition from there of Lythander. Something about looking in that book was real fucking trippy.
Do I just have the Wii Shop music playing my head then?
Distorted and bit crushed, but yes.
Okay. It's Wii Shop Monday, Wednesday, my dude.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
First venture check. Give me a finesse plus awareness roll, Lythander.
Oh, shoot. That sucks. That's 5 successes.
You succeed. Difficulty
Actually,
5.
Am I doing that wrong?
Oh, difficulty 4, but it's still enough.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you can
wait,
sense.
Yeah, no, I did that incorrect. Well, no, 6. Why did it give me 4 successes?
Oh, because you put less than, not greater than.
Oh, yeah, but still 4
That still
successes.
counts. That
Yeah,
still
both of them
counts.
still count,
It's
ironically
difficulty
enough.
4. You still did it.
Yeah.
Midway through one of your breaks in between Raksi's sessions, because this is something that's taking a pretty significant amount of time. And yes, even with the Gall's time fucking functions helping you out here, this is complicated shit. That takes several days of effort in order to understand the basics of sorcery, and for her to understand the basics of necromancy.
No, Roxy, you don't do that. You do that here. You put the salt in the coconut and shake it until the juices of the coconut evaporate onto the salt. That's how
Lythander, you
trap-
absolute dunce. Blood magic is absolutely necessary for this part of the ritual. Elsewise, you will not get the plague started correctly.
Wait, why do we need plagues? That's a necromancy thing! I point to the Book of Plagues.
Why do you need protective rituals? That's a sorcery thing.
To protect us from the plagues we make!
And this is to protect us from the demons that we summon.
Well, we don't protect from demons, though. We protect from malevolent spirits, which can be non-demonic in origin.
Now, what's this about summoning a hecatonkire?
Oh, you see, that's actually kind of easy to do. But what about creating life? Like, what's this simulacrum thing?
You've already done that. Don't pretend that you haven't otherwise. I've heard about your mushroom project.
No, those aren't
Basic.
simulacrum, though. Those are all soul infused with their own soul.
Why?
Because it's funnier that way.
That's the one answer that she would have understood.
Oh
Congratulations.
my goodness.
You know what? That's fair, she says. As this is going on, at some point you do need to take a step outside, either for just to get some fresh
to
air
die.
or to replenish essence. Or that, yeah, because you're taking some health levels of damage due to magical explosions that are firing in the learning process.
And Roxy's probably rotting a bit of herself away.
A little bit, yeah. Nothing exalted healing can't
Yeah.
fix. In any case, you notice just on the wind two things. First is that the dragon's colon you've been inside this whole time has moved, but that's not the surprising part because it's a moving building.
Fair.
Let me just move that on the map.
Let's see.
There we go. Oh, the little circle that also moved. Oh, wait, nope, shit. There we go. It's moved right next to the football stadium.
Mhm.
Dude, look at that.
The second thing you notice is that there is a fucking enormous sorceress working that you could sense the second that you stepped out of the room here. Someone is using some absolutely bullshit, powerful, massive third circle sorcery magic.
Oh,
Or to be more accurate, third circle necromancy.
Oh. I almost forgot what powerful necromancy looked like for a second.
I think you might be able to... The exact scope of what this is kind of difficult to conceive from just capturing it in the periphery. This is like trying to understand all of Father's plan from just catching the edge of the transmutation circle in FMA.
Yeah, so, question is, is it a very big circle coming around like in FMA, or is it, like, just sky-based where everything is...
It's not a... It is sky-based.
Okay.
It appears to be piggybacking off of a separate other, smaller magical storm gathering in the stadium right now.
Question, is it a night sky?
At the moment, yes.
I will try to gain enough will to cast Wheel of the Turning Heavens to try to get rid of it.
I will note that won't help.
It won't.
Nope.
Alright,
So whoever's casting it's not looking at the sky.
gotcha. I mean, it brings the stars of the underworld, at least, here.
That could be used. I'll let you make a sagacity roll then as the next step to represent you trying to disrupt the working then before it's completed.
Okay.
Opposed by the caster's roll.
That is 9 successes.
Versus their 8 successes. God
Wow.
This is a sorceress duel, if I do say so myself.
damn. A necromancer's duel, yeah. First, you realize that this is Sky Sundering Shadow. What a surprise. The one person who's met... You've only met like 2 people who could use this circle of necromancy. Oh, look, it's the person you met way earlier in the campaign.
I thought we were friends.
Well, this isn't targeted at you. Is the weird part.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
This is targeted at Eolda.
Oh, shoot, that's...
This is a binding curse on him. You have a sudden flashback to the fucking first age of how you actually managed to kill an entire Yozi all at once instead of just an individual demon. It had to be massive coordinated strikes against both its individual component souls and its world body. Sky Sundering Shadow isn't present here right now. She must be at the castle that comprises Eolda, his physical form, planting bombs. And additionally, whatever fragment or aspect or projection or summon or whatever you want to call it of her is casting a spell to encircle the rest of She Who Lives in Her Name as well. Or at least attempting to. You've managed to disrupt her weave enough that she will need to spend dedicated time in order to get the spell re-going, but she has put numerous contingencies in place to... The only thing that's going to actively stop this spell being cast is her actively choosing to cut it short or killing her.
Oh.
Didn't we want Eolda dead anyway?
No.
Perhaps more importantly, this isn't necessarily a ritual of killing a Yozi. It's one of binding it.
Hey,
Much more terrifying.
that's actually very terrifying.
Imagine if you did a demon summon of the entire Greek pantheon instead of just one of the gods in SMT. That is what Sky Sundering Shadow is trying to pull.
No. Sky, we don't do that here.
Well, she can't hear you, but she do that here. Back to the football field.
Woo!
Yeah, let's
The
go.
weather is bad, but
Let's
otherwise
get a
nothing
good
else seems to be
trumpet,
happening.
baby.
Oh, goddammit, I just remembered what I wanted my one-liner to be for the episode intro.
I'll always change that later, bruv.
It's not about... Oh, yeah, that's fair. I'll share it with everyone now, though. It's not about the fate of creation, Gavel. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. Love the Mets. Gotta get a home run. Love the Mets. Love the
Yeah,
Mets.
baby. Let's go.
Love the Mets.
Let's get that crumpin' going. Red Hawks,
1936
baby.
can't happen again.
Next up, for the information working here, court intrigue / grassroots movements. Next up, you're going to have a difficulty for infamous reputation thing because, or at this point, you're glowing with the light of the sun, and solars are petrify most demons in hell because, hey, you killed us and locked us in here. What the fuck?
What you doing here?
What you gonna do now? What you gonna
What
do
you doing
now?
here, white girl?
Raise the roof and you see. Row, fight the power.
How are you going to convince the demons of hell to trust you?
Oh,
Okay, you posted a clip in response.
the Yu-Gi-Oh clip.
Yes, nice.
Oh my goodness sakes.
Nice.
Indeed.
So what do you need to make these demons trust you, Aura?
What to do to make the demons trust me? Let's see. That's a good question. Well, first, I don't think they know I'm a solar, first of all, which is good. It's already a good start.
What's your anima hat?
1.
That's fair then. Yeah, you could hide it with some convenient camera angling then.
Meanwhile, mine is just...
Or a hat.
No one cares about your anima though. You're supposed to be here, Gavel.
I know. I
No one
belong
cares
here.
about my anima because I am not here.
True.
Now, how to make the demons trust me? Do I even know what demons like? Or what these particular demons care for?
Football.
Football.
Yeah.
Everybody foot in the balls.
Hey, do you guys want to see Yolda participate in the games?
Yolda?
I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Yolda is.
At a stunt. That's really funny.
You guys want to see Yolda play in the games? It's like, hey guys, I just heard I'm doing the equivalent of like, yo, I'm gonna get Goku to do a home run.
Hey, yo, Goku? That's my boy Kakarot. Kakagoat.
What if Kakarot and Goku did the fusion dance?
And is this against an opposing role, Rex?
Nope. Not well. Okay, yeah, it would be opposing Eolda actually. Yes.
This is going to be
Oh,
interesting.
so they have 2 difficulty on that roll.
Okay, so
Rest of the venture as well.
okay, so their die pool is reduced by 2.
And they owe me a significant favor or debt thanks to that additional.
That's true.
Oh my god!
Oh, from...
Did you add a stunt?
Not yet. Let me roll that.
We should do that from the comedy factor. That could add the difference here. Solar's wind ties. Solar's wind ties.
Oh my goodness.
Came close.
That
I feel like that's the catchphrase of the aura experience in general. Solar's wind ties.
Mhm.
Ugh,
That was close. Oh my
that
goodness.
was scary. Good lord.
How do you contact the old Dot? Do you walk up to his front door again?
Yes.
Knock, knock.
Yo.
Also there, Sky Sundering Shadow.
Hmm.
Oh, fancy seeing you here.
Oh, hey, Treat. Hey, S3. What are you doing here?
She appears to be etching something on... It's a tablet, but every single time she flips like a stone cuneiform tablet around, it's a fresh slate. It appears to have as many slates, as many sides to this particular tablet as it needs, as she is just etching something on there in blood.
Uh-huh.
I am doing research, nothing much. I won't get in your way. It seems like you have some words to exchange with the estate's owner. I
What are you
have
doing?
already said my piece to them.
What are you doing here, by the way?
Well, when last we spoke, and when we first spoke, I mentioned my grand plans to create a new cosmology to escape the yawning pit of hell of misery that all creation is sinking into. This is in pursuit of that.
Uh-huh.
I have received an invitation to rob the library of Orabilis.
Oh, yeah. You did mention something like that.
Guess who has a key?
You or him?
He does.
Ah, yes.
Lythander has a key.
Does he? That's what I thought.
Well, anyway. You should tell me about those plans a little later. I might be slightly interested in this sort of creation you're pursuing.
Wait, what? Her face twitches. Who's interested in the hyper-destructive, the bomb at the center of the world? I'm not interested in that. I'm trying to save the world, not blow it up. Don't tell my bosses I said that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sky Sundering Shadow's Great Curse might activate as a result of that.
Oh.
Oh, that was a lie?
No, that was not a lie. That was triggering her Abyssal Great Curse manifestation, maybe.
Ugh. Well, this is an unexpected wrinkle in the adventure. And what are you robbing the, what are you interested in robbing the place for?
Secrets of how this world was created and how it can be changed, of course.
Ah. Blueprints.
Precisely.
All right. I'm pretty interested in that too, admittedly. If you need somebody with some connections, count me in.
I think at this point, when she realizes that she has said too much, that's when her great curse of mortality shadow kicks in. Unable to stand the gaze of the living, but also unable to bear their absence, the Abyssal avoids living creatures' notice at all costs, while still staying close enough to monitor life's inevitable slide towards decay. They utilize whatever means necessary to disengage and lurk unseen from mortals and exalted alike, while still staying close enough to observe them. Mortality shadow ends prematurely if such lurking causes a serious setback for the Abyssal.
Okay.
Upon realizing that
Yeah.
she has spilled too much, I will be going now.
Okay. See ya.
No magic effect, no proof of smoke. Well, actually, no. She does the exploding into a mirror trick right in front of you. She hucks a hand mirror into the air and just fucking slurps on into it and shatters it in her wake.
Been a bit since I've seen her that flustered. Wonder what that's about.
Make a side note. Make a finesse plus athletics roll.
Okay. To dodge the glass, I imagine.
Yes.
Oh, almost rolled it on Twitch chat. Let's go.
Confusing in whoever's channel that was.
All right, that's 8 successes.
Okay, thankfully you're able to flash step out of the way.
Okay.
Something was odd about that, though. Hey, shouldn't that constitute a breach in both your contract and your Eclipse Truce field?
What what was it even?
It seemed to be a dereliction of duty to warn you about, hey, I'm gonna make a giant glass explosion around you that will probably lacerate you pretty bad.
Oh. Huh.
For some reason, this is not triggering your Eclipse Coolit field. It does not count as an attack or truce breaking. And this is the discrepancy you're immediately aware of, is that should have broken it, but it didn't. What?
I guess. I guess if the proprietor of the attack doesn't consider an action an attack, it can harm me despite my despite esteemed guest. That should be useful to keep in mind.
It's at this point the older flings the door open. What?
Oh, hey, just who I wanted to see.
Did you know that 5 plus 2?
Hey, big guy, what's good? So, you might remember the last time I was here, there was this bug man with me. Yeah, I just had a talk with him.
How apt you call him a bug. I intend to squish him at the halftime show.
That's actually something I came here to propose to you. You might get a chance to do it a little earlier than that. So, apparently, our mutual friend, the Bugman, has some sort of nasty plan to essentially crush the public perception of you in front of your entire I guess fan base is the correct term.
Constituency, baby.
In front of your entire constituency. And if I know solar magic, he intends to do it in a way you probably won't see coming. So, I thought that might be an interesting way for the both of us to keep a closer eye on him, and potentially prevent some sort of counterattack.
What precisely are you proposing?
I'm putting together a team. The best team this side of Malfeas.
No.
Really? Come on.
He's going to take a hard bargain.
Oh, goodness.
Just not even in response to a roll, just hard bargain?
In response to the roll you made earlier.
All right.
You see him, he goes through multiple different emotions in the span of a split second. For all his whining about humanity, he has a very human-like face and general body plan, so you could see him struggling through reasons why he shouldn't follow you, or help you, or be on your football team. And eventually he comes up with one shiny thing he is clinging to with all of his might. What makes you think I have any interest in playing football? The only interest I had in the tournament was striking you down as you conceded out of me in our last confrontation.
That is true. That's true. That being said, there's more at play here than meets the eye. I too am interested in preserving the sanctity of our duel, and in attendance, it would assist in guaranteeing that you not only remain entertained, but that any unwise third-party interference stays firmly out of your way. Besides, it would be a great way to continue. Besides, your appearance would certainly spark some interest in your currently unrestful mass. In the currently unrestful masses, our common enemy deploys some very sneaky tactics to cause some strange upheaval in the demonic pyramid of needs, so to speak.
I refuse to participate, but if it will get you to go away and mean that we can crush this other upstart underfoot, I will give you the contact information and in a favor in order to force someone who would be much more prudent to getting this bug out of the way. Will that answer your question?
Well, not necessarily, because I don't want to go back on my word. Well, out of character. Not necessarily. I don't want to go back on my word. I really want to have him in the football field.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to build a team of demons.
Well, he's hard bargaining to put another demon on your team instead.
All right. Can I? Okay. Here's my compromise idea.
Okay.
Can I use your likeness?
My what?
Your likeness.
What does that mean?
Well, it's essentially the rights to utilize your. How do I put this? How do I explain to Yolda what a likeness is?
How do I explain what NIL rights are? Oh, new I can explain. Oh, hi. Sorry, took a while to get to me. I had to beat up some street hoodlums on the way. You know how it is. It means having the rights to use your face and image and voice and all that shit.
Yeah.
Did I explain that right?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
Essen-
Fine, as long as I'm not physically on that fucking pitch.
You got it, buddy. And I'm going to attempt to disguise one of the demon. I'm going to attempt to pick up Korek's help to disguise the demon he puts that Eolda puts on the pitch.
Hang on a second.
As Eolda.
I'm gonna type you something very important in DMs. Don't reveal it to anyone else until the pictures show up.
Okay.
Remember, Lythander is not there.
Which is real important given what I just sent Chills, because Eolda spends 5 motes to summon a certain new second circle Ebon dragon demon.
Oh my goodness.
Who has been quite skilled in... who has allegedly been an up-and-comer in local sporting events as he has been ingratiated into Ayosi's soul structure.
Mm-hmm. I see. I wish I had the background, but here.
Is that Neon?
It's Meon.
Well, the cast mark is no longer there, and he looks demony and fucked up, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Eolda spends 5 motes to summon him for.
Sinister Sticks.
That's my ghost.
He was shunted to Malfean and is no longer a ghost.
He's still
He's been transformed into a...
me, though.
No, you're thinking of the economy.
I still have
The
a
economy
ghost.
of
I still have
souls and
that when I
swords.
grabbed that last thing from him, have I?
Yes.
Not yet, no.
No.
Wait, what the hell am I doing? You.
Oh, hey you! Long time no see.
Mion, you are hereby given an imperial command to insist these exalted on their football team. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
We are.
I'm so
Unfortunate.
glad Lythander isn't here because he would go, "Oh, I'm just gonna murder him."
Again.
goodness.
Yeah,
Mm.
I thought we broke his soul.
This is where he ended up.
Yep.
We fed him to Ligier.
And then someone came up. Actually, can I keep this one? He seems useful.
Who?
Well, the Abbon Dragon, one of the Yozi, decided to turn this ghost into a demon.
Mhm.
Cool. Might need to draw something for that.
Something seems off about him, by the way. He, for the most part, he looks like he did in life, except for kind of like traditional Oni-esque features. Like, he has a pair of horns that sure as shit weren't there before. His skin is a very unhuman blue color, not too dissimilar to Mion himself, not too dissimilar to Yolda himself. And I think you can tell from the martial arts stance he's in, he has lost his innate sidereal magic. He still has all of his martial arts.
No.
Because martial arts and sorcery are the two things anyone in Exalted, the setting, can
Fair.
learn.
Mm.
Sidereal martial arts can carry over after death, even if you're no longer a sidereal. What the fuck? Really? Now, I was in the middle of the sparring with Sarturnical. It was rad as fuck. That old man knows his shit.
Hmm.
You will return to sparring with him when you are done with this matter. You cannot disobey me. I'm well aware of that. Thank you. And with that, Iolda walks right back into his estate, and Mion is just glaring at Aura. Insert upset cat image of your choice here. This will work for now. He's making this face
Just
at you.
the angriest, tiniest cat.
Nue's got you back. This is the Sidereal, right? Didn't
Yep.
you kill him?
Yes, but he came. Yeah, but when we
Got
killed
that.
him, he ended up here.
Oh, because of Gavels. Oh.
Yes.
Is Gavel here at the moment?
Is Gavel here at the
Is
moment?
Gavel.
Because let's see.
Alatos Diogenes, that is
That
your
is
call
indeed
to
my
make.
call to make. I'm gonna say she's not here at this very moment.
Maybe you start sneezing, though, and sense something's
Yeah.
weird. Well, like, you sneeze mid-duel as you see Sky Sundering Shadow's massive team of undead on the
Mhm.
pitch just mulching another enemy entry-level demon in the
Yeah,
bracket.
and Gavel's just like, something's wrong. I know it. Where'd the other two go?
Also, for some reason, Sky Sundering Shadow is doing a lot of writing and geometric equations in the air all around her as her undead army is going to town on the demons.
Hmm.
That's not concerning or anything.
Hey, that's weird. Since when did those demons know? Since when were zombies able to use martial arts?
That is a great question.
Hmm. Do you know anything about that, Mion?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Gotta put a bid on that one. And
By the way, don't think that I've forgotten you fucking killing me.
Oh, hey!
oh
Look
yeah.
who it is! And you've got a new look, too!
A pure is infernal.
All right. Knew it. Can you make this guy look like Iolda?
What?
Can you make Mion look like Iolda?
He actually doesn't look too dissimilar from him already. All we need to do is dye his hair, really. What? Hey!
You really transformed. Last I saw you, you were being turned into a table.
Well, believe it or not, Erembor of the Ebon Dragons saw more utility in me as part of the greater Yozi than as a scrap on the table.
That you rightfully are. Or were at this point.
Well, no, I'm afraid you can't simply walk all over me now, are you? All those scriptures, when they wrote your exaltations back into the prowess of hell, means that we're now equals. So
Indeed. So welcome into the fold, cousin.
piss off, cousin.
Or should I say, the team?
I'm imagining you forcing a silly jersey onto him, and he is hating every second of it.
Exactly right. All right, your quarterback.
Is that a thing in Malfean football?
I don't care.
And
It
that's
is now.
something one of the Ashen ones asks, actually.
It is now.
Oh, goodness.
Actually, we should probably discuss, Prophet, are you going to be offense or defense?
You know how I am. It's gonna be the offense.
All right.
As expected, I suppose the rank and file shall be defense, then.
Gonna be making use of that good old throwing arm, I guess.
Yeah, and from a Dark-Eyed Stargazer, any particular spells you want me to use on the pitch?
Anything involving fire.
Flight of the Brilliant Raptor, then. It's been a while since I've done that. Let me just quickly... I'm going to need to look Starward in order to build up essence beforehand for his shaping ritual out of character. And as you look up at this guy, what's up with that? You know, I can't say I've seen weather for the week we've been in Malfeas, but that seems distinctively unnatural.
Oh.
And it's at this point
Oh,
the bad
yeah,
weather
that.
becomes clear to everyone.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, that. Don't let it touch you or you'll lose your senses.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
I'm gonna try and work on a countermeasure. For the time being, just stay off and just try to cover up.
I think recruiting Neon clears the fucking last step of the venture
That's
already.
amazing.
Nice.
The downside, you have to deal with this clown again.
I'm okay with that.
I've always been interested in. There have been talks. Like one of the interesting things in the Exalted setting that I've never really seen discussed is spirits can become other kind of spirits, including the dead becoming other kinds of
Hilarious.
spirits.
That actually reminds me. Meon, didn't you used to have like a little paper boat back when we fought the first time?
Yes, I was able to give objects the destiny of other objects, and I can no longer do that as my exaltation has been reclaimed by Venus, thanks to someone interfering in my heaven-appointed duties.
Do we know anyone else who could help with something like that?
Well, there is at least 2 other Siderials here right now, but I am staunchly refusing to help you find them. Do it your own fucking self.
I can do that.
One of them is played by Alatos, the other is not.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's...
Fugi! We're gonna get Fugi for the team.
Go.
Fugi's already on a different team.
No, what? Okay.
Or we could discuss the specifics of it with Alatos in between
Indeed.
chats, but there will be a different challenge in order to recruit Fugi for your All-Star Space Jam competition against the Monstars.
I'm trying to find a way to like give the clouds the destiny of a balloon so they can float away.
Like Shin Kata Lythander, this is now a chase venture against Sky Sundering Shadow.
Against Sky Sundering Shadow.
Kono Chasen.
So, question, Raksi. Do you want to help me track down another necromancer?
Yes, I do.
Sounds good.
There's no better teacher than experience.
Exactly, my dear. Exactly. So, Raksi and I are going to go and hunt down Sky Sundering Shadow.
All right, athletics or navigate are going to be the usual roles here to work with.
I guess we're doing athletics.
First round is going to be fucking finding where the hell she's going.
Alright. I'm going to run up, jump off the dragon's colon, free fall for a bit, and turn into a bird.
Alright, finesse plus awareness with a stunt.
Finesse,
And double nines because of the hawk eyeballs thing.
awareness, plus stun, so 8 dice, double and 9s. 4.
Oh god,
Did you add a stunt?
I've been disconnected.
Let me see what difficulty that's at. Severe weather difficulty 4. Good thing for those double nines. As, hey, that rain is starting up, and oh, there goes. You're starting to feel a little bit of a
Raksi
buzz.
Following?
You're starting to
Okay.
Oh, yep. She is also a bird right now. Also a shapeshifter, remember? She doesn't need to bother rolling against that. But the point is that even though you're starting to see a little bit of purple elephants, you're still able to keep enough focus and see an absence moving across the street. And when I say an absence, every few seconds, an entire city block stops existing and then starts existing again.
I'll be damned.
Sky Sundering Shadow has a field of nothingness surrounding her right now. You are chasing her through an absence of the world that is running, as she is weaving protective magics all around herself. Step of the venture, how the fuck do you get inside there to stop her? How do you get inside an absence in the world? You have to no clip through reality to find her.
Oh, that's easy. I have the gall.
All right, force plus sagacity, adding the die rating of the gall.
So,
And this is going to be an opposed roll via Sky Sundering Shadow, however.
alright. I'm at base cap.
And this is with her activating Intolerable Burning Truths as well.
Okay.
Which will have a side effect even if
Well,
you succeed. Oh my god!
goodness.
The gall is artifact 5.
Even with her 9 successes.
I beat her by 3. I still beat her by 3.
However, there is a horrifying ringing in your ears, as for a few terrifying seconds, you are exposed directly to the nightmares of the Neverborn. You could succeed, but you're going to need to take a hard bargain of taking 5 health levels of damage. Aggravated damage.
So I can either take the bargain, or do I take the bargain plus the health damage?
You succeed plus the health damage, or you fail and don't take the damage.
Oh. So, aggravated means I wouldn't be able to heal it, right?
You would need your specific charms to let you heal aggravated damage to heal from it.
By doing that, I go to a -1 dice penalty, which could be a pain.
But you could activate the Lunar Rage to ignore that.
I'm going to take the 5 levels of health damage.
Alright, you want to activate the Lunar Fury to avoid the health penalty?
I don't think I can at this point.
What does it say about that? Does it say it only works in combat?
No, exactly. Because it's not hybrid body, it is
Relentless Lunar Fury.
Yeah. Once wounded, the lunar enters berserk rage and draws power from the unending anger. For the rest of the scene, reduce all penalties.
It doesn't say
Yeah,
combat.
but I don't think I'd be in a rage.
Okay, it's your call if you want to activate it or not. Alright, I will say that the pain here is from Lythander. While you're flying through the sky, you start having a seizure. It's not a fatal one, because A, you're a demigod, and B, you are able to use the Gal's time warping fields to prevent the time of your death that would have happened now to reset it back when it's supposed to happen. Effectively, it was trying your thread of life short now via neverborn fuckery and causing your heart to stop. It is agonizing, and you see some truly disturbing shit with Sky Sundering Shadow's ultimate bosses, but you managed to find the one key loophole. Sky Sundering Shadows protected from a 360-degree perfect spear of nothingness, but that doesn't protect her from... Air has to get in somehow. Even if she doesn't need to breathe, she needs to inhale air in order to speak the words of power out loud. What's the smallest shape you have access to?
Lythander.
What's the smallest shape you have access to, champ?
I once confused a water bear.
You stole the shape of a water bear?
Or a target again.
I'm not sure if normally... Okay, some kind of small pill bug at any rate,
that's smaller
because I'm
than
not
a
sure if
pill
things
bug.
go
It's
that...
microscopic.
I'm not sure if things go to microscopic level in exalted setting. Remember, there's no such thing as an atom or a molecule. This is an atomistic setting. In case, whatever form you have is small enough to get through there. And you are immediately windshield wiped onto the edge of the nothingness spear as Sky Sundering Shadow is riding around on... It looks like a horse at first glance, but no. This is a fucking skeleton horse with all sorts of nasty fangs and sharpened bones and spikes everywhere. What if you made a horse a Mad Max vehicle in Undeath? That's what she's riding. Next up in the venture, how are you going to interrupt her spell?
That's a good question.
Because at the moment, she's enveloped within a field of perfect invincibility. You can't break it with her own magic. You're going to need to physically find a way to stop her, because the magical backlash will prevent any sorceress or necromantic sabotage. This is going to need to take some kind of physical check via athletics or physique.
Athletics or physique?
Choose one.
Athletics. It's the only thing. I have 2 in that and 0 in physique.
All right, this is going to be difficulty opposed check again. However, Sky Sundering Shadow also isn't super good at these checks, so she's only going to be rolling 8
That's
dice.
still 1 more than me.
Let's see.
If you can think of a stunt, perhaps that might help. She rolled 5 successes. How are you? Is there any shape you could think of to turn that into that'd be useful here? Or if you form an intimacy towards Sky Sundering Shadow, of any kind of intimacy, you add a dice because of the lunar bonus for that.
I'm pretty sure I had one of SSD at one point.
Well, SSD is not
Sorry,
SSS.
Sky Sundering Shadow. I do have hatred towards Yolda.
Wouldn't be applicable here. Well, actually, no, it would be applicable here because this is about binding Eolda and the entire Yozi that he's made of. So add a dice from that.
It's a major intimacy of hatred.
I think it still just has 1 dice.
Alright.
Can you think of a stunt here, too?
So, they are in a orb of invulnerability.
More accurately, not physical invulnerability. You could tell that they have some kind of magical or necromantic attainment that if you interfere with it magically via your own necromancy powers or elsewise exalted magic, this will kill you. Straight up. If you disrupt her physically, that's fine, though. It's if you do purely magical means, that backlash will kill you.
What if I use my necromancy to make a pungent smell? That even though if she doesn't have a sense of smell, it's so pungent that it breaks through and makes her smell it.
That would still be necromantic, purely necromantic in nature.
What if I throw my sock in there that I have not washed?
Qualify.
Infinite.
That's a physical attack.
Technically, yes.
That's also disgusting.
All right, add a stunt.
5.
Oh my goodness.
Defenders win ties, and normally she is a defender, but Raksi could do an 8 action.
Hey, Raksi. Hey, Raksi. Would you like to see me throw my sock in there? It would be funny, wouldn't it?
Alternate answer, let me take her face, and I'll help you with this.
Oh, can I rip it out of me and give it to you?
Yes.
Yeah, you can have her face.
Okay. Erase Sky Sundering Shadow from your list of faces. It's now Raksi's, and she's going to do an 8 action for you.
I can still steal it back, right?
Yep.
Alright.
You just no longer have access to Sky Sundering Shadow.
Off the
for now.
roster until further.
Whoa, Raksi!
Goodness
Wow.
sakes.
Well, roll one more dice, Lythander. You just need to break that tie.
Just
Please.
1.
Please. Oh!
9.
It's fine. You made it. You made it.
I saw the 1 and I got afraid for a second.
So did I.
Not realizing that said
Raksi-
1 success.
Success, baby.
Raksi points her wing at it right now, and all of a sudden your sock is covered in poison. You could play the requisite progress key if you want to now. I can hear him physically... Thank you. I can physically feel you bending over to grab it.
Don't do that. Not with what you're going through.
That's fair, yeah. The sock is thrown free from your talons. I'm guessing you shapeshifted it back out of your hammer, out of elsewhere to huck at her. It's not the physical impact of it that dazes her, or the poison of it, so much as a second Raksi grows out of the sock and tackles her to the floor. And off the horse. Fifth step in this venture. Give me a moment to think of how best to describe this. As Sky Sundering Shadow gets up and looks at you. Please, please let me finish casting this spell. You're going to need to socially convince her why she shouldn't do this shit. Because she's still protected by a magical barrier. And she is going to keep on going with this. You could physically try and convince her to stop, but that would cause a fight. If I could bind the entirety of She Who Lives in Her Name, I could command her to do what she and her ilk did and make a new world, manually skipping centuries of time. Imagine all the lifetimes of people that we could save if I could execute this here and now, Lythander, please.
Lythander is just sitting there thinking because I hate to say this, Rex, but SS or Sky Sundering Shadow and I kind of have a vibe going.
Well, like I said before, she is far from the most evil of the antagonists on this field. She has a pretty noble goal, but a lot of her ends are kind of dubious, such as this, for example.
So what are the ramifications of this, though? Because why would you think a second circle demon would be strong enough to do that?
She's not binding the second circle demon, Raksi says, and she sounds... This is the first time she sounded anywhere near impressed. I think in your time, she's trying to bind the entire fucking Yosi.
No shit! Oh,
all the third circle demons, all the second circle demons, all the third circle demons, the entire concept of you're trying to bind She Who Lives in Her Name. That
It's actually kind of interesting. What do you say, Raksi? You'll be my moral compass here.
If Raksi had a beard, she would be stroking it in thought.
I give Raksi a beard.
She starts stroking it in thought.
So, what do you think we should do here, Raksi? You're going to be You're my moral compass right now, because I'm just sat playing people's hands.
Raksi just starts laughing at that. You know what they say about me, yes? You know, I've spent entire lifetimes of millennia deliberately building myself up to be the boogeyman in the closet of the entire world.
Yes, but we all know that that was 92% bullshit.
95.
I was giving you 3% doubt there, but yes.
Also, no, she's a big fucking mass murderer, so it's more than that. But the point is that she doesn't actually eat babies.
I mean, aren't we all mass murderers, though?
No, let's abandon that joke. Pivot, please. Okay, moving on. In any case, well, as interesting as an idea as I do find that, she who lives in her name is not the right Yosi to do that to. I admire your scope, but you are targeting the wrong one. Besides, the problem with binding an entire Yosi in all of its powers is that that's the one thing I could see that might risk tampering with the entirety of the surrender oaths. Which would mean they would be able to get free of Malfeas forever if you fuck this up. And you don't want that happening. You are doing this ramshackle with no preparation. Take more time and a couple more decades to cross your I's and dot your T's before doing this. Elsewise, it will backfire. I might not get another chance like this, though.
Oh, no.
Better safe
Trust
than
me,
sorry.
would you rather it backfire in the world you want to create never exist? Or take a decade or two to make sure that all the contracts are written correctly?
Go ahead and give me a your choice of attribute plus presence roll with a stunt.
Okay.
Opposing Sky Sundering Shadow's current resolve of 8.
Oh, I have to do it in 9 dice.
Keep in mind you get your
4
auto successes from your anima.
Damn. So close. I just need 2 more successes. Yeah, that was with the stunt.
With 4 auto
It's a
successes,
7.
Raksi's gonna do another 8 action.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Raksi, please.
You said you wanted to make a new world, yes? Give to me your face, and I will... And she says something across the wind that you don't hear. She is using some kind of sorceress power you're not familiar with to speak directly into Sky Sundering Shadow's brain. And she is adding her auto successes too. 6 with 6 auto successes.
Goodness.
So Lythander, roll 9 more dice.
That is 6 successes added.
All right, that clears your dice. That's from 7. That's 13 successes. That beats her resolve of 8 right now.
There you go.
She looks down at whatever kind of necromantic tome is being utilized here. I saw the opportunity and I had to take it. But if it goes wrong, then I suppose it will ruin a lot of what I'm trying to work for here. Will you really be able to... She says something and you don't hear it privately to Raksi. Yes, I will be. S3 sighs and puts down the tablet, stopping the ritual. It would have worked better on calibration anyway. That's in another month. That's what I was saying about you picking the wrong time and place for this, kid. Don't call me a kid. I'm 30 years old. Oh, you're only 30. I meant since you took your second breath. 6 years? Hey, Lythander, that's news to you. The Abyssals only started showing up 5 years ago, as far as you know.
Nani? Nani the fuck?
Sky Sundering Shadow might be some kind of secret prototype Abyssal.
Excuse me, do you know where you exalted, perhaps, perchance?
Ysir, yes. I died in a laboratory accident, and then Final Glimmer of Fallen Stars froze the explosion and offered me the power.
Isn't Final Glimmer of Falling Stars the
Death Lord.
That's trying
Yeah.
to kill us?
Yeah. Alright, that issue's dealt with. Sky Sundering Shadow has been stopped in her catastrophic collateral damage plans again, for now. She will not be blowing up the concept of hierarchy and sending the entirety of creation into anarchy today.
Maybe tomorrow.
That's about...
Maybe next
Yep.
week.
Perhaps. And that's about the time Lythander reunites with the rest of the group. Do you convince Mion to hide or fuck off before Lythander sees him, given their history of him manipulating him to be his murder assassin?
What are you talking about? This isn't Mion. This is Iolda. Look.
Yes, of course. Hey, Lythander, make a difficulty 6 awareness finesse roll to see if you can recognize this clown.
Oh boy. Let's see it.
I'm on the edge of my goddamn seat. This is a big roll.
What are you talking about?
Oh no, I said steamed hams.
I said
No, you said steam.
hams.
How do you steam a ham?
The Aurora.
It's a Malfean expression. Really? Well, I'm from Malfeus, and I've never heard such a phrase. Oh no, it's a dragon's colon expression.
Lythander.
What do I roll?
Finesse awareness difficulty 6.
Finesse and
To see if you
awareness.
can identify Mion in shitty disguise. Well, no, it's not shitty. It's a pretty decent disguise, which is why it's a high difficulty to figure out who it is.
Awareness plus finesse, that's 6 dice. You think I'd roll 6 successes on
Maybe.
6 dice?
Maybe.
Crazier things
Actually,
have
Just
happened.
gotta
5
roll
dice
7 or
because of my
higher
wound
on each.
penalty.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
I rolled 1.
Aw.
And it's a pretty convincing Yolda cosplayer they found last minute.
Oh man, is that Yolda? I will cast Glorious Exalting Blast on the Yolda.
The joke is it's still someone who would attack on sight. Well, you're not
No,
supposed
you
to
won't.
fight Eolda yet.
Yeah, we're not supposed to do it
4.
yet, Lythander. Remember, we had a deal.
Thank you, Mr. Donald Duck.
Lythander is foaming at the
It'll
mouth.
cause you incredible pain if you fucking go back on your word. Unimaginable pain.
And suffering.
It's Lythander. You wouldn't want to go back on your word, Mion says. Unbeknownst to you. I think this is when Nue comes in with the hook to yank Lythander off stage.
Oh my goodness.
And I brush aside. I take Mion aside. And say, "See, it's not all bad. See, it's not all bad. You get to enjoy that."
Yeah, which is as funny as when I convinced him to kill his parents.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Did he actually do that?
Clear if he's joking or not. That's Korak, the player's decision.
I mean, I don't know if that's the case. Nothing is going to stop me from if Lythander hears it, ripping him to.
Yeah, I don't think he.
No, he
hears
didn't
that.
hear that.
Exist.
Yeah, he doesn't. He didn't hear that. Jesus Christ, dude. You know. I just say Jesus Christ, man. What would be the
So
by the stars of by soul above, dude. I forgot. Sometimes I forget how much of a scumbag you are. Good Lord.
well, I mean, his
Maybe
parents
it was
were
okay,
threats to creation. It says all right in the paperwork.
Maybe it's all right you ended up here after all, huh? Maybe it checks out. Anyway. Alright. We're gonna be revising some team strategy right now.
It's at this point when Spider slides up to Iolda. Hi. I heard you know strong martial arts.
Oh no.
I heard you were strong. What's
Let
your
me
power
fight
level?
you.
Hi.
Spider's gonna do an intimidation check on Mion.
Goodness.
What's your power level? Mine's pretty high.
3 successes.
Mion visibly flinches a little, but is not scared. That shit-eating grin flickers, but does not break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you really... Oh, that's cute. You know that I'm part of the Ebon Dragon right now, the source of nightmares and darkness? You think I haven't seen much worse shit with the rest of my co-bodies now? Fuck off. Fuck off, kid. I've been in this game longer than you. Spider just kind of blinks. You know, that usually works. Or who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, that's Spider. He's going to be in the team. He's also in the team.
No. That was Spider asking you who this guy was.
That's Yelda.
Let's see if Spider recognizes who that actually is.
No. 2 successes.
Man, did Iolda get shorter or something? Did you get one of his second circles?
Truly.
He's just taking on a more how do I put this? A lo-fi form to try and blend in, keep the game a little bit more fair.
Yeah, a bit of a shittier version, this one.
Alright, fine. Take your word for it.
Can't expect him to go all out right away. You gotta save some for the crowd.
It's at this point when stepping onto the pitch is another player in this tournament who is on Ouroboros and Adrian's next match. A familiar figure covered in tentacles and smelling of the ocean.
Oh, yes. 1,000 Venom Stinger.
Sorry I was late to the first match, gentlemen. I had some other matters I had to take care of. You're here for the important part, and that's what matters now. Oh, look who we're facing next. Presuming you win your first game, that is.
We'll win the first game. No problem.
Well, give me a single... everyone give me... nominate someone of your choice to make the Force Plus Athletics check to win the first game. Difficulty 3.
Oh, goodness. Force Athletics. Hold on.
I've got 5
I ain't
athletics.
got nothing.
All right.
Athletics. It's gonna be you.
Aura is in the Mundal Renahido soccer pose right now. Or insert Pele picture of your choice.
But I got it. Ronaldinho Soccer!
64!
7.
And that's the score at the end of the game.
Oh my goodness.
Look like when Aura wins a football game. Like, is this her being a one-woman show? Is she working with the rest of the Ashen Ones in a giant football war venture?
So definitely the latter. As Aura does not like being the center of attention, she's going to do the strategy that got me through every single soccer game back in middle school, which is every time I get the ball, I'm going to flawlessly pass it to the strongest attacker we have, no matter the distance, and then have them score.
They're going to be either Gavel or Chitin, or Unbreakable Chitin, or a few other burly guys like Salongo or Batu.
Or I guess I thought it would be Mion or
Mion's on defense.
oh yeah, Mion's on defense.
Probably Spider too.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he's visibly trying to kick the ball through people.
Yeah.
Probably kills a few demons along the way.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like the '87 Dolphins and just run a steady strategy and keep everybody build a lead with steady offense and then keep the game close with stingy defense till we can just cinch the game home every single time.
All right.
It's not a flashy strategy, but it works.
It wouldn't normally be a flashy strategy if you didn't trigger multi-ball along the way. And a bunch of those moaning eyeballs drop from the sky to serve as extra soccer balls for the whole army. And that's when the score gets ridiculously inflated.
Every single time a ball comes my way, I flawlessly pass it to someone else.
And every single time it comes your way, just full Leon S. Kennedy in Dead by Daylight noises.
Oh,
Let me go ahead and get the video for you.
goodness.
If it hadn't been said before, I really hate this.
No, I don't know why he sounds like this, but he just does.
Let's see what we got. Oh, the Dead by Daylight ones.
You just need to listen to the first few seconds. So you get an idea. These are what noises the balls make every time you hit them. The balls, which are second circle demons, by the way.
Why do they really made him sound like that? What was the voice direction on that one?
You're welcome.
Correct. You were the voice director for Dead by Daylight.
Specifically for Leon's.
That makes sense.
None of the other characters,
Thanks,
just
Clark.
Leon.
Thanks, Clark.
Your match winds up. You all heard... Aura? You heard something speak to you in the darkness of the pitch beneath your feet. As you're casting a shadow, your shadow speaks to you. I didn't want it to come to this, but but if I need to take you down in order to kill Iolda, we will.
Shut up and play the ball. Play the fucking sport.
Well, that says your first match is winding down. They have Ouroboros is yet to take to the pitch.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually thinking about how to counter his shadow thing, as is likely that they will attempt a similar maneuver as the one they did on the first round.
Yeah, they're going to try and create the dark place from Ellen Wake again.
Oh no.
I think I have Aura's maneuver she has in plan. This is what Aura will do to counter.
You know what? I agree. Thank you for the idea.
Yeah, that's so.
You can't talk. You can't have a discussion while you're dancing.
It's true. Universal language. And dance is an incredibly popular art form in Malfeas. As a matter of fact, hey, the brass dancer is doing a pep show right now, right as the game ends.
Oh.
One of Ligier's own core souls is pepping up the crowd. The brass Malfeas is happy when dancing. Malfeas can only be happy when dancing.
Hey.
Malfeas hates when he dances because he hates enjoying himself in his diminished state. Malfeas has a lot of fucking issues as an entity.
Indeed.
At this point, what's everyone's prep work going to be now that, hey, for the next round of the football tournament, you'll be going up against the team of Adrian, Ouroboros, and Stinger.
Oh, goodness.
All right. We're going to need... Okay, first things first. We're going to start out with a preemptive bureau breaking method on whatever bullshit they attempt to do. Try to bureau breaking method their particular... In fact, actually, they're going to try and bureau breaking method us. So we're going to try and bureau breaking method them.
I think that just cancels out to neutral.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a preemptive bureau breaking method to cancel out their bureau breaking method.
Right? That cuts short one thing they had in their inventory.
Next, I'm gonna hand Lythander a choreography sheet. I want Lythander to quickly and efficiently teach everybody the Deadpool and Wolverine intro dance.
I never saw that movie, so that's a bit lost on me.
Oh, goodness.
So that would be Fortitude Performance, right?
Could it just be the Herald of Darkness dance? I think that'd be easier to visualize.
All right, so Fortitude
Sure.
Performance, I'm going to use my Excellency, make this into 15 dice-a-roonies.
And I'm going to aid you on that.
I'm going
With
to
my,
pop Greatness Inspiring Aura as well, which is
embassy.
going to, well, actually, will that actually work?
With an embassy roll.
Only 2
Alright, I
successes
don't know.
from the aid roll. So,
2 additional dice.
yep, 2 more dice for Lythander. Man, Lythander's 8... The 8 actions to help Lythander have been very swiggy, especially from Raksi.
Mm-hmm.
One of those was really good. The other really sucked.
Let's see it.
Where is it at?
I guess she's not putting her whole effort into it. This is just her spring break. She's just here on to get extra magic bullshit going and learn a little bit about necromancy from someone who seems mildly competent.
Roll those.
So you said that I got 3 extra successes there?
2 extra
2
dice.
extra dice, okay.
Roll those dice.
So that would be 16 dice because I forgot I am gravely wounded. That is 9 successes.
Let's have a roll from Adrian to see how well that goes from his end.
Do we want it to be high or do we want it to be low?
Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Oh.
Hold on. I don't think I have any.
You're not at cap, Lythander. People can pump more dice into you.
Pump me up. Pump me up. I just need...
And this is just going to be...
Successes, baby.
This is going to be retrofitted into what stratagem is going into this next battle for the war venture.
Please, brother, the oats. I
Let's see.
need the oats, brother.
Is there...
All right. Nue will be doing an 8 action here.
All right.
The oats I crave.
I believe in you, Nue.
Nue begins secreting
Oil.
caffeine into the water, into the Ashen One's water supply,
Oh boy.
just to help pep them up. It is technically a poison, but one with beneficial side effects, as we all know.
I mean, oxygen's also a poison, you know.
True. All right, Lythander, add 4 more dice.
Hey! I got the successes needed.
So
1 over.
Adrian had 10 successes. Sorry, 11 successes.
Yes,
So
and I add 6, 9, 10, 11, 12.
because Solar's Wind ties, you fucking needed that.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
And you got the dice cap because of that. God damn.
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
no, well, yeah, actually, because of
16
the...
plus 4.
By the skin of your fucking teeth.
Let's go.
So we'll figure out in between sessions. What's the general gist of what strategy you want? Is this a demoralized thing from you out dancing their men? Because that's what this kind of sounds like.
I don't know, I'm just the one teaching them how to dance. This was all one Aura's ability. You see, minus 2,000 Aura if you weren't born between the years 2010 and now.
Okay, so this sounds a lot like a demoralized troops equivalent, so the rest of the shots on goal won't be as accurate because everyone's dance choreography for the Asher ones is too fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like, this is some straight up Shaolin Shocker shit. I really should watch that movie in between this and next session for inspiration.
Also, I need healing.
In real life or the character?
The character, he's so... He's been shot.
You could heal yourself.
Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. Also, I realized something. Isn't this an influence roll?
Yeah.
I would have 16 successes.
Oh, well, it was dramatic in the moment, but you are in less danger of that failing anyway.
I would have actually if I forgot the 4 free successes. So that would have been 13 successes there. So
you're realizing Lythander was supposed to be a social character all along.
I'm gonna try to heal.
Alright, difficulty 5 sagacity check. Alright, you just barely managed to... How do you heal from seeing the psychic fuckery of the Netherborn inside your soul?
That's a good question here. That is a very good question. I'm gonna go into the gall and have a bender.
Alright.
With my hot dead wife.
Hang out with wife and...
blackjack.
Alright.
Yeah. Invite Amir if he wants to.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He had an invite. I know he's stalking me.
Yeah, there was a scene on your invite, but no other response there.
Wow, what a dick. Good thing you're still with me, right, honey?
Your zombie wife toasts. She's not much of a talker, but she toasts nevertheless. Anything else you guys want to do to prepare before your big football showdown with an entire enemy circle of Celestial Exalted? You fought other people in this power level, not all in a group.
Yep.
This is an entire enemy party of adventurers grouped up to the Exalted power scale.
Yep, party versus party.
Mm-hmm.
How would
We
Gavel
like
pair?
to party. We like to party.
Gavel would probably be training with her troops, more than likely.
Which is going to give time for Tiger Warrior training technique to be used on the enemy troops then.
Yes.
As there are some wacky fucking things Solars can do with that will be taken care of in between sessions for dramatic scenes. First of which is the enemy troops will also be brought up to elite drill, the same as the Ashen ones. This is a field of battle on equal footing between two Solaroids.
Here we go.
But instead of trying to stab each other to death, they will be trying to fucking ball.
Literally ballin'.
Mm-hmm.
If this was tennis that we were playing, it would be a battle to hold the title Prince of Tennis or Princess.
What would the equivalent for football be?
I always liked the thought of a marquee of soccer or marquee of football.
Yeah, for reference, before anyone else says, it is not that difficult to invent a sport in antiquity of trying to hit a ball into other balls. The Mayans had an equivalent of this, I remember. This isn't unrealistic.
Cultures have been doing this forever. Ball into object, to hold ball, to score.
Be crazier. They could be chucking a dead goat around. Yes, that was a real sport thousands of years ago. And I think it's still played to this day. And take that guy I'm making up in the comments to get mad at. Mm-hmm. A little loopy because I'm doing this while under a little bit of pain. We should probably wrap up now.
Agreed.
We will have a to be continued scene if nothing else happens, as we as the audience do see where Amir is. Amir has snuck into the throne room of the Prince of Demons.
Oh no.
What is he doing?
Amir
trying to assassinate my boss.
Lies down in the Prince of Demons' bed.
Okay. This is my Amir?
Yep. No, it's Amir the Nightcast.
Oh, okay.
We as the audience do not hear what words are exchanged as we see Ligeir Shingiri Malpheus enter into his throne room. There is some kind of exchange happens. We don't see what takes place, but we see Amir leave later uninjured.
He's sleeping with my boss.
That is a potential read on that situation, but perhaps nothing sexual took place and there was other matters being discussed.
Indeed.
I leave that up to audience interpretation for now. And moreover, we see Amir leave with a demonic prince writ of execution. Whatever occurred in there, he has been given official permission to off someone with no consequences.
Oh boy.
That's something to inherit next time. But before we could go on to next time, we have to thank our patrons.
Our dear patrons.
Our patron!
Apologies for the last episode coming out late, by the way. I had to go under surgery, and our new editor, Patchy, has been having a lot of rough stuff happen in regards to personal upkeep. Please support him on his GoFundMe, and we'll be posting a link to other stuff to help him out in the meantime. He needs help.
Indeed. And also check out his free game on October 22nd, Chalkstorm.
Look, that's right, yeah.
Completely free.
Yeah, support indie games.
Heck gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of support, thank you for this.
Once again, the name.
Oh, you first. Sorry.
Once again, the name of the game. The name of the game is Chalkstorm, coming out on itch.io, completely free between October 22nd and November 1st.
Regards to, speaking of supporting us, thank you to Storm and GB for supporting us at the 6-sided dice tier. Yay! We appreciate all the help you'll be able to give us over time, and as we are wrapping up to the finale of FateBreakers in about less than 12 months, probably, we will be doing other content in the meantime. We had a bit of a discussion over a potential Lancer thing that might be popping up in the near future, but or Perfect Draw, or other games that may be happening in the near future. Perhaps even a return to JoJo once we finish rebuilding characters in a new system.
Indeed.
Perhaps we should leave it to a vote as well.
Perhaps.
And, a vote for different things like that would certainly, at least on the JoJo scene, would help me sort of narrow things down.
Yeah, maybe even like voting by genre for which enemy stand comes next.
Oh, goodness, yeah, because I have the character ideas in mind, but only a couple of stands do I have fully fleshed out.
Next time, circle versus circle. Shit's gonna get fucking wild. In football.
Brother!
Thank you for listening to FateBreakers. We here at the Action Economy crew are proud to bring you this and other AP content like Tomb of the Red Giant, the first half of our complete JoJo's Bizarre Adventure AP, as well as Rune Runners, our Icon AP. We'll also have a Patreon by the time you hear this. If you like what you've heard so far, feel free to drop us a little bit of money if you can afford to do so, and we could bring you even more content in the future. APs live and die by word of mouth, so if you liked us, please drop us a follow, like, share, retweet, whatever you could think of to help us out. We are excited to bring you more bi-weekly content in 2 weeks from now for the next FateBreakers, and other episodes time permitting. See you then.